In this video, we'll be unboxing and giving our first impressions on the brand new AD400 Pro. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to us for more photo and video equipment reviews just like this. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hypop, or visit our website www.hypop.com.au. Let's get into it. So I've got the AD400 Pro box here with me today. First thing I noticed was that it's a little bit of a taller box. Has a little handle sticking out from it. So let's quickly open this and see what's inside. Cool, so it looks like we've got a carry case, which is something that wasn't included with the AD600 Pro. There was a little carry case or a carry pouch that's included in the AD200, so it's really good to see that they've included this with the brand new AD400 Pro. Let's put this aside. Cool, so let's open this up really quickly. Great, so we've got a few bits and pieces here. We've got the instruction manual, we've got a warranty card, we've got some Godox key products, we've got an Allen key and some screws here. We've got the battery pack. We've got the battery charger and power cable. We've got a mount here, it looks like a Bowens mount. Also the 400 watt bulb. And the AD400 Pro unit itself. So attached to the AD400 Pro is the reflector. This reflector is the same as the AD600. It also acts as a reflector cap or a protector. So if you have your bulb mounted on the flash, you can also protect that during transport and storage. So let's go through each of the parts that's included. Firstly, with the battery. The battery here is a smaller battery compared to the AD600 Pro. It's actually a 2600 milliamp battery. It provides 380 full power shots, so that's the same or equivalent to the AD600 Pro. That's a great little inclusion. You've also got the bulb here. So this is the 400 watt flash tube. Similar to the AD600 Pro, it's the traditional circular flash tube. It's also encased in this glass casing, so that helps protect the tube. Also at the front here, it's frosted. That helps with hot spots and just even lighting for the flash. Now mounting this to the actual flash head itself, what you need to do is just remove the reflector head there. And when you go ahead and mount the tube, you'll see there's 3 prongs here. So that's a little bit different to previous AD600 models. You've only got 3 prongs, and there's only one way in which this can actually fit into the head itself. So on the flash head, you'll see a little indent there. It's a little circular indent, and that just needs to match up with the circular dimple that's on the bottom of the back of the flash tube here. And you just line that up, and that allows you to insert it. So what you'll notice is you'll have the 2 bottom parts of the tube, and then the circular part is at the top, and that's how you mount it. So if you actually remove this and try to mount it in any other way, what you'll find is that it actually won't fit, or the actual prongs won't line up with the head itself. So at least they've thought of that, and it avoids making mistakes when mounting your flash tube. So now some other parts here, we've got obviously the reflector head. This is that same reflector head as the AD600. However, it's just slightly smaller to suit the smaller body of the AD600 Pro. It's got that silver lining on the inside that helps reflect the light. And then you've got the Bowens protector cap there as well. Oh, sorry, it's just the protector cap, it's not a Bowens one. And then here we've got the battery charger. This battery charger is the C400P. It's a smaller battery charger to the AD600 Pro. And when you're actually plugging this into the battery, whether it's mounted onto the flash or just off the flash, you'll notice that it will start charging, and it'll give you a charging indicator on the actual light here, and that shows you the amount of battery that the actual battery has. So you've got the power cable that goes with the battery charger, and then a new inclusion to the AD400 Pro is the Bowens mount. So this one here comes standard. The Bowens mount comes standard. It's a new adapter ring. So on the actual flash itself is Godox's mount, which is it's really similar to the Bowens mount. It's actually just a wider insert there compared to the Bowens mount, which has the narrow squarish inserts that everyone's used to. So that allows you to mount Godox accessories. So they'll be releasing some accessories in the future, including lighting modifiers such as softboxes, snoots, barn doors, things like that. But the addition of the Bowens adapter ring, which you can mount directly onto the flash itself, they provide some tools. So they've got some tools here. They've got the Allen key, and they've got some mounting screws. And what you need to do is simply insert that onto the flash head, like so. and then you screw them in with the provided screws to mount that permanently onto the flash itself. For a more in-depth tutorial on how to mount the Bowens adapter ring to the new AD400 Pro, we'll have a video up at the top right here. It's a link, and also a link in the description below, just so you can go through, because it's a common question and people asking how to mount these adapter rings to the new AD400 Pro. Now, looking at the actual flash unit itself, there's one other inclusion that the AD600 Pro or the early models of the AD600 Pro didn't have, which was the handle. The newer versions of the AD600 Pro have the handles already installed. But with the AD400 Pro, all the latest models, all the new models and the first models that come out have the handle installed, and that allows you to control the light and position it in different ways. And lastly, they've changed the location here of the on-off button. So that used to be at the bottom of the actual flash. Now they have that positioned to the side panel, which allows for easier access. Just have all the controls on the side panel here. Now let's go through some of the buttons and the layout of the panels here on the side of the Godox AD400 Pro. Firstly, what we'll notice is the power buttons relocated. So on the AD600 Pro, it was on the bottom here. Now they've put it over to the side panel. So that's the first part to turn on the flash. On the LCD screen, they've actually got a lock feature. So to unlock the actual flash, when you turn that on, you just need to spin the dial and that unlocks it. So that's a great little locking mechanism to ensure that no buttons are pressed, say if it's in storage or while you're transporting your flash. Now you've got a few buttons here. This layout will look really familiar to the AD600 Pro and quite similar. So you've got your test button, which obviously tests the flash. You've got the on-off button, which we've just discussed. You've got the modeling lamp button that controls the different modeling lamp settings, off or on, and you've also got prop mode. So if you go on, if you hold down on the modeling lamp button, it'll actually highlight the percentage of the output, and you can reduce the intensity of the modeling lamp if you want to, or you can simply just turn that off. You've got your high-speed sync button, so you can enable that and disable it by just pressing this button. You've also got your mode button. So your mode button cycles through TTL, manual and multi. For our purpose, we'll just chuck it on manual. You've got your menu button. So the menu goes through all the different menu settings similar to the AD600 Pro. These will pretty much all be the same. And you've also got the wireless button. So the wireless button here allows you to turn the wireless off or on. And if you hold that down, the next button here to the right is the group and channel button. So if you hold this down, that'll actually highlight your channel. So you can change the channel to suit your trigger settings, whether you're using the X1 or the XPro. And then you press down set to select your channel, or you just press the group button. So just a single press rather than a hold allows you to cycle through the different groups, like so. On top of that, you've got the optical sensor at the top here. So that's if you're using the flash as an optical slave. You also have a few inputs at the top. You've got a 3.5mm jack if you're using some triggers that aren't from Godox. And you've also got another port here, around the top, which is a USB-C input. That looks like for the USB firmware updates, if you need to. Lastly, you've got the handle at the bottom here. Allows you to tilt the flash quite easily when you're wanting to change the position of the head. And you've got your battery pack on the back there, which is removable. You've got your little battery charging port on the bottom here to plug in straight for charging your battery. So just some quick features on the AD400 Pro. A lot of the features are the same as the bigger brother, the AD600 Pro. So you've got your high-speed sync up to 1/8000 for the second. You've also got TTL. You've got 380 full power flashes with the battery pack. So it is only 400 watts, but you do get 20 more full power flashes out of the battery pack compared to the AD600 Pro, which was only 360. You've also got a recycle time of 0.01 seconds all the way up to 1 second at full output. And that's actually just a tad slower than the AD600 Pro. So the AD600 Pro is 0.9 seconds at full output. You've got that really strong 30-watt modeling lamp. That's an LED modeling lamp there. So that's the same as the AD600 Pro. And you've also got compatibility with the Godox X trigger system, the XPro and the X1. But the main difference comes down to that adapter ring once again. So the AD600 Pro only had the Bowens adapter ring. With the AD400 Pro, you've got the included Bowens adapter ring, but you can also change them around as the optional accessories, which you can install onto the 400 Pro if you've got different lighting systems or lighting modifier systems that you've already invested in. We took the light out for a quick test run in our studio today, just a quick shoot, a single light setup with an 80cm octagon softbox. And our first impressions were that it's a really great light. We weren't actually shooting at full output. We'll chuck some of those test shots up on screen right now so you can have a look. Having this in a 2 or 3 light multi-light configuration, I can definitely see it as being a really versatile key light or one of your main lights in your lighting kit. For more information just like this, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hypop. Visit our website www.hypop.com.au. Thanks for watching.